fingers rising on the cold asphalt. Walking this line and it isn't my fault. 92 BPM, holding the weight, passing the shadow of the factory gate. No trap elements, no electronic noise, just a raw delivery, a confident voice. The roads is stabbed in a minimum note, like a lone message that somebody wrote. An ordinary evening under the sky, watching the silent clouds drifting on high. I don't need the numbers, don't need the trend, just keeping my focus straight to the end. A heavyweight pocket, a definitive space, a regular citizen locked in his pace. The trumpet is echoing soft from behind, clearing the static away from the mind. Fronts are dark and the signs are all off. Walking through air where the winter winds cough. An authentic groove from the underground core, finding the answers on the pavement floor. No lo-fi rain static to muddy the track, keeping the vision and never look back. The snare is so sharp and the kick is so round, echoing deep in the chest with the sound. I look at the map that is drawn in my head, following past where the bass line is led. The ink on the sheet is beginning to set, capturing moments I will never forget. A relaxed delivery, a natural flow, keeping the heat while the cold currents blow. Every single syllable sits in the slot, cherishing everything that I got. And starting anew. All clean, walking right through the anonymous scene. 92 BPM, shifting the weight, no hesitation at the corner of gate. No trap hi-hats, no electronic sound, just a thick double bass running deep in the ground. The vibraphone hits like a drop in the well, ringing so clear like a midnight bell. A confident stride in the minimal frame, playing the craft, not the commercial game. An ordinary citizen watching the block, keeping my eyes on the hands of the clock. No flashy behavior, no ego to feed, just the hard concrete is the only thing I need. The saxophone whispers a short little line, making sure all of my thoughts align. Street lights are casting the shadow so long, matching the rhythm of a vintage song. An authentic groove from the underground space, finding my peace at a different pace. No lo-fi static to clutter the track, moving straight forward, no looking back. The drums are so dusty, the snare is so crisp, catching the truth in the smoke, you like wisp. I look at the windows, the shutters are down, a quiet relief in the slumbering town. But the ink in the notebook is ready to bleed, following exactly where the bass lines lead. A relaxed cadence, but the message is real, formed by the bricks and the structural steel. Every single syllable sits in the pocket, locking it down like a key in a socket.
darkness is fading, the shadows retreat, washing the dust from the center of the street. 3 minutes traveling a beautiful loop, separate from any contemporary group. The vibraphone slows as the morning arrives, thinking about all the ordinary lives. I reach for the door and I turn the deadbolt, stepping inside from the daily joke. The music stays playing in the back of my mind, leaving the cold city pavement behind. Just a regular habit, a confident view, finishing the chapter and starting anew.
The city is quiet, the shadows are deep, walking past windows of people asleep. 92 BPM setting the pace, no need to hurry or run in the race. No trap elements, no digital noise, just the pure rhythm and one steady voice. The guitar is muted, it clicks in the back, keeping my thoughts on the center of track. An ordinary night on the asphalt so cold, thinking the stories that never were told. I don't need the flash or the heavy display, just clearing the static of yesterday. A confident posture, a minimal frame, enjoying the quiet and playing the game. The flute starts to whisper a smoky design, making sure every single word is aligned. Are cold as I pass them on by, under the ceiling of a dark midnight sky. An authentic groove from the golden era spot, cherishing moments that I usually forgot. No lo-fi rain static to clutter the mix, just the raw canvas that I managed to fix. The snare is so snappy, the pocket is tight, guiding my footsteps right into the night. I look at the street lamps that line up the road, carrying a simple but meaningful load. The ink on the page is beginning to stream, capturing pieces of a beautiful dream. A relaxed delivery, a natural tone, a regular citizen walking alone. Every single bar sits exactly in place, finding my freedom in my own little space. Darkness is fading, the horizon is clear, washing away all the built-up fear. 3 minutes running on a vintage loop track, moving straight forward and I'm not looking back. The guitar loop slows as the morning light grows, following the direction where the heavy bass flows. I reach for the handle and open the door, stepping inside to the hardwood floor. The music stays playing in the back of my head, safe from the things that the others have said. Just a regular habit, a confident view, finishing the chapter and starting anew.
The last avenue was stretching out wide. Walking this path with a confident stride. 92 BPM holding the line. Watching the shadows and stars align. No trap elements, no digital noise. Just a pure rhythm and a steady voice. The cello was plucking a low-key theme, moving right through a nocturnal dream. An ordinary night at the edge of the town, watching the final headlights go down. I don't need the applause, don't need the crowd. Just keeping my focus, head high and proud. A minimal structure, a heavyweight pocket, locking the groove like a key in a socket. The horn starts to swell like a wave in the dark, passing the gate of the industrial park. The asphalt is black and the air is so clear, leaving behind every doubt and the fear. An authentic rhythm from the golden times, built for the storyteller, shifting the rhymes. No lo-fi static to cover the track. Eyes on the future and never look back. The snare is so sharp and the kick is so deep, while the rest of the city is falling asleep. I look at the skyline, a beautiful frame. Nobody remembers or mentions my name, but the ink on the paper is solid and tight, guiding my vision straight through the night. A relaxed delivery, a natural flow, keeping it cool as the cold winds blow. Every single syllable sits where it should, making something real out of iron and wood. Yeah, now the skyline is shifting, the darkness is done, preparing the ground for the rise of the sun. 3 minutes walk in a cinematic loop, standing apart from the mainstream group. The cello is slowing, the horn section fades, washing away all the nightly shades. I reach for the handle and step through the door, feeling the safety of the hardwood floor. The music stays looping inside of my head, ready to rest on a comfortable bed. Just a regular habit, a confident view, finishing the journey and starting anew. Turning the corner where the street lights fade, walking right through the historical shade. 92 BPM, rocking the track, a solid foundation and there is no slack. No trap elements, no electronic noise, just the pure rhythm and a confident voice. The guitar is playing a warm octave line, simple and clean in a classic design. An ordinary night on the pavement so wide, moving straight forward with nothing to hide. I don't need the gimmicks, don't need the hype, just keeping it real in the traditional type. A minimal structure, a heavyweight zone, a regular citizen walking alone. The piano is mute in a soft little chord, finding the peace that I can afford. The brick walls are standing so silent and tall, watching the leaves as they quietly fall. An authentic groove from the underground space, keeping my posture and locked in my pace. No lo-fi rain static to mess with the blend, just a hard canvas from beginning to end. The snare is so snappy, the kick is so round, echoing deep in the belly of ground. I look at the shadows that dance on the stone, and enjoying the silence and making it known. The ink on the notebook is starting to trace every single memory inside of the place. A relaxed delivery, a natural tone, sinking into areas where I have grown. Every single syllable sits where it fits, putting together the various bits. Darkness is holding its breath for a space before the bright morning illuminates the place. 3 minutes traveling a vintage design, making sure all of the borders align. The guitar loop slows as the destination nears, washing away all the traditional fears. I reach for the handle and turn the heavy lock, stepping inside from the ticking of clock. The music stays looping inside of my brain, safe from the stress and the everyday strain. Just a regular habit, a confident view, finishing the chapter and starting anew. Sharp and the streets are all still, walking this line with a definitive will. 92 BPM holding the track, a solid foundation and there is no slack. No trap elements, no electronic noise, just the pure rhythm and a confident voice. The harp is spinning a beautiful string, simple and clean in the message I bring. An ordinary night on the pavement so wide, moving straight forward with nothing to hide. I don't need the gimmicks, don't need the hype, just keeping it real in a traditional type. A minimal structure, a heavyweight zone, a regular citizen walking alone. The piano is muting a soft little chord, finding a piece that I can afford. Are standing so silent and tall, watching the leaves as they quietly fall. An authentic groove from the underground space, keeping my posture and locking my pace. No lo-fi rain static to mess with the blend, just a hard canvas from beginning to end. The snare is so snappy, the kick is so round, echoing deep in the belly of ground. I look at the shadows that dance on the stone, enjoying the silence and making it known. The ink on the notebook is starting to trace every single memory inside of the place. A relaxed delivery, a natural tone, sinking into areas where I have grown. Every single syllable sits where it fits, putting together the various bits. Now the darkness is holding its breath for a space before the bright morning illuminates the place. 3 minutes traveling a vintage design, making sure all of the borders align. The heart loop slows as the destination nears, washing away all the traditional fears. I reach for the handle and turn the heavy lock, stepping inside from the ticking of clock. The music stays looping inside of my brain, safe from the stress and the everyday strain. Just a regular habit, a confident view, finishing the chapter and starting anew.
Chestnut shadows on the pavement, city breathing slow. Headphones on, MPC knocking, letting the sample flow. She moves like vinyl spin, warm tone in the cold night. Golden hour glow, turning my gray skies to highlights. Coffee steam, rising pages of an old notebook. A smile hit different, got me rewriting my whole book. Baseline walking heavy, kick drum like a heartbeat. In this concrete jungle, she the only real art beat. Chestnut, paint the night with your vibe. MPC banging, deep bass make the whole block alive. Under street lights, we just drifting in the blue. You and me this moment, nothing else to prove. Rain tapping on the window like hi-hats on the 2 and 4. I chop the loop, add some soul, let the feeling pour. She don't say much, but her presence speak volumes. Warm like roach chords floating through the volumes. Dusty drums crackling, vinyl pops in the mix. Lost in the moment, forget about the politics. One look from her and the beat just elevating. This late night session, only real ones resonate. No rush, just us and the groove. Yeah, Lady Chestnut, paint the night with your vibe. Heavy bass rumbling, MPC keeping it alive. Under street lights, we just drifting in the groove. Timeless moment, me and you fade out with piano and fading kicks. City lights flashing, I'm moving through the night. Head nod to the MPC, everything feeling right. Her shadow in the corner, barely in my sight, but the bassline heavy got me feeling alright. Fingers on the pad, chopping up the sample tight. Dust on the vinyl, but the groove still ignite. She came and went quick, left a mark on the beat. Now I'm riding with it, no time for defeat. Fame, but the kick still hit. Fame, but the bassline did. Fame, but I'm still in this zone. MPC knocking, I'm never alone. The groove stay loud. The groove stay loud. A rain outside, tapping like hi-hats on a 2. I loop another break, make the whole room move. Old memories popping, but I flip it to the new. Turn the faint feeling into something I can use. Street lights guiding steps in perfect time. Deep bass rumbling, keeping the whole vibe rhyme. She faint in my mind, but the rhythm stays strong. I ride the wave where I belong. But the groove stay loud. But the kick still hit. But the bassline did. But I'm still in this zone. Late night session, this is my throne. The groove stay loud. The groove stay loud. The groove stay loud. But the groove stay loud. Beat knocks loud as soon as I open my eyes. Sun through the blind.
find your hair all over my side. Coffee dripping slow while the MPC warm up. 2 sugars in your cup, that's how we start the day up. You laugh at my bad jokes while the toast start burning. I'm still in little moments, the world keeps turning. Baseline walking with us down the same old street. Your hand in my pocket, everything feels complete. This the daily groove, the simple kind of high. Morning coffee, afternoon kisses, late night drive. In the ordinary day, you make it feel brand new. Every little thing with you is a groove. Laundry piling up, but we dancing in the kitchen. You singing off key, I'm chopping loops and listening. Traffic jam got us stuck, but we don't even care. Your head on my shoulder, playing with my hair. I punch the clock at 5, you waiting at the door. We cook cheap pasta, but it tastes like so much more. These small routines hit harder than any club light. With you even Tuesday feels like Friday night. It's the daily groove, the simple kind of high. Morning coffee, afternoon kisses, late night drive. In the ordinary day, you make it feel brand new. Every little thing with you is a groove. No diamonds, no trips, just you and me, 4 walls. But every day with you, my favorite song, y'all. It's the daily groove, the simple kind of high. You turn regular life into the best kind of vibe. In the ordinary days, you make it feel brand new. My favorite loop forever, yeah, me and you. This our daily groove. Rainy groove. Yeah. Rain hit the window right when the beat drop. MPC pads wet with soul, I can't stop. You curled up beside me, city lights blurred outside. Baseline rumbling deep like the thunder in the sky. Wipers going steady, matching the hi-hat swing. Your head on my shoulder, don't need to say a thing. Coffee getting cold, but the moment staying warm. In this rainy night, you my favorite storm. Rainy groove, drums knocking through the porch. Baseline talking while we park by the shore. Windows fogged up, world fading away. Just me and you, lost in the MPC play. Take out bags on the dash, steam mixing with the rain. You still in my fries while I'm looping that break again. Laughing at nothing, the simplest shit feel right. Even traffic jam with you turn into pure delight. Thunder clap matching the kick drum heavy. Your fingers drawing hearts on my fogged up Chevy. These rainy nights are different when you're in the passenger seat, turning regular weather to something bittersweet. Rainy groove, drums knocking through the porch. Baseline talking while we park by the shore. Windows fogged up, world fading away. Just me and you, lost in the MPC play. Yeah, let it rain. Rainy groove, we good as long as the beat remains. Yeah, rainy groove, this is the sound of us turning rainy days to pure love. In the middle of the storm, we still shine. My favorite weather when you're by my side. Rainy groove, yeah. Rainy groove, yeah. Rainy groove. at it, look at it, look at it. Go, 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 go. Watch the smoke bend, waiting for the cold end. Letters to the underground that I would never send. No commercial value, nothing that'll sell to you. Just a peace of mind that the old records tell to you. Rhymes like a pendulum, swinging through the spectrum. Check them at the entrance, rewriting every sentence. Mask on the identity, focus on the entity. Leaving all the listeners in a state of high serenity. Sax ride. Colder than the winter wind, rapping in the blanket fold. Stories of the underground that were never told. Ink upon the loose leaf, cutting through the brief. Relief for the neighborhood hidden underneath. Yellow taxi passing by, splashing through the puddle water. Father to the rhythm, teaching what the hustle taught us. Sitting on the fire escape, watching how the smoke bends. This is where the story starts, this is where the joke ends. We just drift through the concrete maze, chasing the shadow of the golden days. Keep it low-key, turning the page. Just a quiet actor on a crowded stage. Old notebook stacked high, looking at the autumn sky. Birds flying upside down, wondering the reason why. Clock ticking slow, 88 BPM speed. Spitting all the medicine that everybody needs. Thick smoke rising from the back of the studio. Radio silence on the stereo. Here we go, no need for the validation from the main crowd. Keep the volume low, but the message stays loud. Look at it go, 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 go. Catching the late bus, the engine is humming. Looking out the window, see the passengers coming. Swiping my car with a familiar sound. Taking the seat as the wheels go around. The wiper is moving, it's clearing the rain. Reflections of light dancing over the paint. A businessman sleeping his head on his chest. Everyone looking for a little bit of rest. The street lights are flashing in a steady design. Yellow and white on the boundary line. We shift through the gears as the avenue clears. Music in my ears blocking out all the fears. Just checking the stops on the digital screen. Passing the places where I've already been. The driver is silent, just gripping the wheel. Moving through the city made of asphalt and steel. We ride through the city when the day is all done. Moving on the tracks till the rise of the sun. The engine is warm and the metal is cold. Another everyday story untold. Yeah, we ride through the town till the sun comes around. Yeah. The tires are splashing through puddles of blue. The midnight commuters wear a limited crew. Nobody talking, just sharing the space. Staring at screens with a tired face. I look at my watch and the minutes are flying. The speed of the city is something terrifying. But inside this cabin we're frozen in time. Listening close to the rhythm and rhyme. The brake pedal presses, we sweep to the right. Another stop closer to the end of the night. I pull on the cord and I stand by the door. Stepping right out to the concrete floor. The bus pulls away with the heavy black smoke. Back in the quiet where the silence awoke. We ride through the city when the day is all done. Moving on the tracks till the rise of the sun. The engine is warm and the metal is cold. Another everyday story untold. Yeah, we ride through the town till the sun comes around. Sitting on the bench while the sun going down, I'm checking the view. Looking at the leaves and the color of green, it's looking so new. An ordinary day in a regular park, I'm taking my time, listening close to the beautiful sound and making a rhyme. No pressure on me, no keeping the pace, I do what I feel. Stepping right out of the digital world to touch what is real. The shadow, as long as it walks by my side, a partner so true. Thinking about all the family plans that I gotta pursue. I open the notebook and sharpen the lead. The ink is so clean, capturing moments of everyday life inside of the scene. A rhythm delivery, changing the bar. I'm breaking the mold, writing another sweet story of life that hasn't been told. The acoustic guitar is spinning around, it's keeping me warm. A beautiful shelter protecting my mind right after the storm. A regular citizen finding the peace, I'm blocking it deep, trading the noise of the crowded avenue for a memory to keep. I look at the watch, but the clock doesn't matter, the focus is tight. Riding the swing of the vintage sampler into the night. Every single word that I put on the page is flowing so free. Nobody can dictate the person or figure I'm supposed to be. I change up the cadence, I triple the speed. I'm pushing the line, blending the classic environment with the modern design. The sub bass is moving, the texture is rough, the feeling is pure. Finding the answers to regular questions, I'm making it sure. Now the evening is coming, the orange is gone, the sky turning gray, washing the park and concluding the hours of a beautiful day. I pack up the notebook and put on the jacket, the session is done. Leaving the benches, the stars are preparing to replace the sun. A 3-minute journey on an acoustic loop, I did it my way, putting the regular thoughts in the line to finish the day. The key in my pocket, the walk to the house, I step on the street, feeling the ground and the concrete floor under my feet. Just a fast habit, a different style, a lyrical stance, keeping the focus and making it count at every single glance. Step on the pavement, the city is a grid. Keeping my head down, ignoring what they did. 92 BPM, rocking through the bone. Walking by myself in the solitary zone. No trap, no hi-hats, chopping up the space. Just a heavy kick snare hitting in the face. Roads, cores bleeding through the chilly night air. A confident stride in the calm coast there. The electric bass line is holding up the floor. Every single block that I pass is like a door. I don't need the spotlight, I don't need the shine. Just keeping my perspective on the borderline. An ordinary walk on the concrete grave, washing all the tension of the world away. No filter on the mic, just a dry, clean tone. Cast in the shadow where the street lights grown. The guitar melody is whispering the phrase, cutting right through the urban night haze. Looking at the brick walls covered in the shade, thinking about the choices that I finally made. A head nod groove, keeping everything aligned, leaving all the heavy loaded worries far behind. Authentic rhythm from the underground spot, cherishing the little pieces that I forgot. No cheap tricks, no fake digital delay, just the pure canvas where the thoughts can play. The volume is low but the message is clear, speaking to the dark with nothing to fear. A regular routine in a regular town, watching as the neon's starting to go down. I keep the flow steady like a river in the dark, passing by the fence of an empty public park. is biting, but the focus is deep. Trading all the hours for the lack of the sleep. A cinematic vision in a minimal frame. Playing by the rules, but it's a different game. The ink on the paper is beginning to dry underneath the ceiling of a midnight sky. 3 minutes flowing on a vintage design, making sure the syllables perfectly align. I reach for the keys as I get to the gate. An ordinary evening that is running real late. The loop stays spinning as I step inside, leaving all the stories where the shadows hide. Just a standard habit in a quiet room, safe from the noise of the city. Boom, 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 The pavement is damp, but my sneakers are dry. Moving under clouds in the charcoal sky. 92 BPM, keeping it straight. Walking past the alley, then the iron gate. No trap hi-hats, no digital noise. Just a raw delivery, a confident voice. The organ is bleeding, a low-key tone. A regular citizen, walking alone. The bass line is heavy, it pulls at the floor. Every single step is an opening door. I don't need the validation, don't need the praise. Just finding my path through the urban haze. A simple arrangement, a minimal view. Washing off the dust from the things I knew. The trumpet is mute in a solitary phrase, guiding my vision through the nightly maze. The street lamps are flickering, yellow and pale, leaving a trace like a phantom trail. A head nod groove that is built to last, an authentic rhythm from the golden past. No lo-fi static, no rain in the street, just the hard concrete in the weight of my feet. I look at the buildings all locked up tight, everyone sleeping in the middle of the night, but my mind is awake and the ink is alive. Count all the reasons that I need to thrive. A relaxed cadence, but the message is sharp. No strings attached, no acoustic harp, just a deep pocket where the drums can breathe, weaving the stories that I want to lead. Is dimming, the midnight is gone, but the rhythm inside me is carrying on. 3 minutes trapped in the silent grid, remembering the choices that I actually did. The organ is fading, the trumpet gets low, matching the speed of my natural flow. I reach for the handle, I turn the brass key, stepping right into where I want to be. The loop stays spinning in the back of my head, safe from the words that the others have said. Just a regular habit, a confident stride, leaving the tracks where the shadows abide.